Last year, I made a quick video about Reform UK and their denial of the climate crisis, specifically their unrepentant rejection of climate science and their commitment to right-wing austerity cuts for regulatory bodies. In Lincolnshire, the newly reform-run Flood Security Committee was abolished, despite the staggering risk the region faces from changing water levels. Reform's appalling policies have their advocates, and some even make their way onto my humble little channel to post embarrassing screeds in their defence. But naturally, the climate crisis does not care for fascist lies. A rain-heavy start to Britain's 2026, influenced by the increasing impact human-caused global heating is having on rainfall and weather patterns at large, saw vast quantities of water deposited over the country. For at-risk areas like Lincolnshire, this proved costly. As with previous incidents in the region, many faced threats to their homes and lives through the perilous conditions. The continued climate denialism of Reform personnel should not be surprising. As long established, the party embrace pseudoscience because they are a bought and paid for far-right organisation defending a crumbling capitalist system through any means necessary. However, it is particularly good to see how brazen Richard Tice, MP for Boston and Skegness and Deputy Leader of Reform, conducts himself at such times. Despite widespread support for climate action, particularly from vulnerable residents in his own constituency, the man continues to deny the reality around him, and has seldom engaged with pressing matters of the flooding, or even shown his face in Lincolnshire at all. Mr. Tice also just so happens to be the CEO of Quidnet Capital, an asset management group that delivers high returns with an entrepreneurial approach to real estate investment. With reports detailing the financial risk for residents in flood-affected areas abundant, the connection between the climate crisis and capitalism has never been clearer. Right-wing politics, as with everything else, see this not as a societal catastrophe, but a business opportunity, a gap in the market, an attempt to accelerate its realisation. Tice and his colleagues will plunge 1,000 towns into the depths before they betray capital, because they are fascists, and will do anything to preserve and advance their position under capitalism.
It's staggering how these reform guys function, to be honest. They just lie and cheat and scum around, but they're just missing the actual evidence of the world. There's no scientific solution that they have because they don't care. They're interested in money, not the actual reality of the world. And my heart goes out to people living in Lincolnshire because, if you've got an MP who doesn't believe in climate change, who denies science, then your best interests are not his. He doesn't care that your house may be flooded. He doesn't care that you're at risk of death. He's interested in his bank account. And it's a travesty. It shouldn't be allowed. It should be something that gets you put in court. But it's not at the moment because we live in a right-wing world that does not care about the average person or anyone that's not a wealthy capitalist. And we can only hope that eventually more people realise this and that fascism, the capitalist world falling into decay, protecting its own wealth interests at the expense of everyone else, we can only hope that this is deconstructed because it's not good times, especially if you live somewhere that's near a body of water soon to gain an increase in water.